Hey everyone, it's Matt, aka Tech Ranger, and today we're going to be talking about something that I get here a lot on the channel, and that is whether or not mods run better on the Xbox Series consoles as opposed to just a regular old Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X. So in this video, hopefully this clears a lot of that up. We'll look at maybe why mods might run better on one console as opposed to another, and if it's something you really should be worried about. If this video is helpful for you, feel free to leave a like down below and comment down below if you have a particular Xbox and maybe noticed a difference between playing one mod on an older Xbox as opposed to your newer one, or vice versa. But for right now, let's try to answer that question. Does having a newer Xbox mean that mods will run better on that console? So it's kind of a running joke on the channel at this point, but the answer to that question is, well, kind of. Whenever I make a load order video or a video with a bunch of mods in it, usually someone will ask, hey, will this run on this Xbox, or will this run on Series S or Series X? Well, the simple answer to that is yeah. I mean, all mods are created for the Xbox One in particular, and that usually means that they are ported from PC to work on the Xbox One. For example, you're not going to go to Bethesda.net and see a bunch of categories here as far as Xboxes go. There's just Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. There are some exceptions to the rule which we have looked at here on the channel, and those are usually mods that have Xbox Series S or X in the description or the title, and that's usually something along the lines of like a frame rate increase or unlock frame rate or something to do with performance. Case in point, there was actually a video that we did a while back here on the channel on Fallout 4 testing one of the 60 FPS ultra settings mods, and that was specifically marked for the series consoles. Now, as far as things like graphics and textures and those sorts of things, it's not like you're going to get a better version of that mod on a newer Xbox versus an older one. Granted, it might run better on a newer Xbox just because your newer Xbox might be able to handle more stuff, like you have a Series X versus just a regular Xbox One, but at the same time, all of these mods were already made for the Xbox One, so it's not like you're going to get a completely different experience. The main reason why mods will run better on one Xbox as opposed to another usually comes down to load order, which might be exactly what you don't want to hear if you have trouble with load order, but that's something that you all need to get down in order to run your game successfully with mods, no matter what your Xbox console is. I can see where maybe something like this would fluctuate between the Xbox consoles, but generally if you have a solid load order, no matter if you're on an older Xbox or a newer one, your game is going to run pretty well. That statement has a bit of an asterisk on it, because when you download mods for the first time, you get this screen that says, well, if you're downloading mods, you're playing at your own risk, bad things can happen, and that is generally true. But on the flip side of that, some great things can happen too. You can download some pretty awesome mods made by some talented people and make your game look amazing, run amazing, and even have some functionality that you didn't have when the game first launched. As far as how to build your load order, I have some videos here on the channel that hopefully should help, and then obviously showing you how I build mine, or just the load order videos in general. Not necessarily to say like, hey, you should do it this way. It's just more of like showing you how I did mine, how it looks, and then maybe take some inspiration from that and maybe build around stuff that you like. Generally, I always go for the patch mods, gameplay mods. Those always go at the top, and then the performance mods that I have will always go at the bottom. Everything in between that can fluctuate. There's a lot of things on other sites that say, hey, you should do this. You always want to look at your mod descriptions to see if there's anything that says, hey, you should put this below this or above this, and then you kind of base your load order around that as far as the middle part goes. Or if you have something built, you can use that information and move some things around accordingly. There is a general structure. You can look at mine and kind of see how I have it, and that's generally how I go about it. I don't usually move things around too much, but you can see from load order video to load order video that I do switch things around on occasion, and sometimes it'll mean my game will run a little bit better. Other times it might just be because one mod said, hey, put this here versus there. With that all said though, there are things like the anniversary edition for Skyrim, which we looked at here in another video, which I will link, and supposedly that's also going to be happening for Fallout 4 as well, but it'll only be for next-gen consoles. So if you currently have an Xbox One, mods that we talk about here on the channel, they're going to work. There's something like a performance mod or something that specifically says Series X or something to do with unlocking the frame rate. That's probably not going to be something that you can use on your regular Xbox, but as far as graphics mods, armor mods, weapon mods for Fallout 4, all that stuff, you can totally use it because it's made for the Xbox One. So I hope that cleared some things up. I just want to make a quick video just laying some of that stuff out, just in case some of you had some lingering questions that maybe you didn't make a comment about. And by the way, if you have that question, feel free to hit me up in the comments. I will answer it every time. It's cool. Like, we're all here trying to play games, have some fun playing games, download some cool mods made by some cool people. Having a good time learning about some stuff is what this channel is all about. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video, and happy modding.